Center. Chief Meteorologist Brad Anderson.
Pretty decent day, and now we're looking at a quiet evening. We do have some of the mid-level, high-level clouds moving our way, but we will have a cool evening, but dry conditions. 52 at the studio, 53 at the airport. Wind is calm, dew point 26. There's dry air mass out there with the humidity now at 35%. 49 in Broken Bow with 53 in Ord, 52 in Columbus, Lincoln at 53. And 55 degrees in Falls City. Wanted to review October. I know it's October 3rd, but just a chance if you, by chance, you didn't get to see what we had in October here in Lincoln. The hottest temperature was 90. The coldest was 24 on October 30th. We had an inch third October 6th. That was the wettest day. Now, as far as the average temperature for the mean temperature, including the high and the low, was actually 5.4 degrees above average, tied for the 12th warmest October on record. And looking at about an inch 94 as far as precipitation, with about 0.2 of an inch below average. Now, November climatology on the first day of November, the average high was 59. Today it's 58, but by the end of the month, November 30th, our average high is just 45. 34 the average low on the first, 33 now. By the 30th of November, it is down to 22. Inch 30 is our average precipitation. We do average about an inch and a half of snow. Wettest was 714 in 1909, and then a foot, just over a foot, was the snowiest back in 1957. Hottest was 85 in 1999, and the coldest was 15 below way back in 1887. It's breezy in western Nebraska and the Panhandle, but the wind is fairly light. Central eastern areas calm in Lincoln. The southeast wind will continue overnight about 5 miles per hour, 5 to 10, and looking at a light breeze tomorrow. Checking out the satellite and the radar across the plains. No precipitation, just the mid-level, high-level clouds moving across the state, and this will continue over the next several hours, but not looking for any kind of rainfall as this moves to the east. And I think as we head into tomorrow, late tomorrow morning, most of the clouds will move off to the east. So here's a look at SkyCast. Central eastern section of the state, clouds will move off to the east. This is around 4 or 5 o'clock, so I think we start our day off with clear skies. Temperatures again cool. 30s and perhaps lower 40s, but the wind should be fairly light. Warm front moves through, sunny and warm conditions as we head into your Tuesday afternoon. Now, we do have a cold front that starts to move into northern and western Nebraska. We're not going to see a big drop in temperatures behind the front, but it could be a little cooler northern and western sections by the end of the day. This front won't move through eastern southeast Nebraska until later Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening. Temperatures will be a few degrees cooler as we head into Wednesday, but now talking about a big drop in temperatures, just basically 50s and 60s for our Wednesday. Now, we do have a red flag warning that starts Tuesday morning, late Tuesday morning, goes until Tuesday evening, and this is primarily in western Nebraska. Those kind of conditions where we have the breeze, the low relative humidity, and the dry conditions, certainly in kind of fire or spark, could get out of control. So again, just use caution, especially in western Nebraska. Not expecting a lot of wind here in the east, but we do expect dry conditions and relatively low humidity. Looking ahead, 8 to 14-day temperature outlook as we head into the middle part of November. Still a pretty decent probability of above average temperatures through this period. As far as precipitation, it does look like we'll see near average, maybe a little bit above average in the Panhandle, but right now it looks like near average precipitation for the middle part of November. Now, for the next 7 days, and most of the week will stay dry, but as we head into maybe Saturday night, Sunday, there is a chance for some precipitation over northern and northeastern sections of the state as a stronger cold front will move through. Right now, it looks like less than 1/10 of an inch. And for southern Nebraska, at this point, it's generally looking dry, but that's something we're going to keep an eye on as far as precipitation, potentially against maybe Saturday night into Sunday. Our town, Beatrice, this evening, upper 40s by 7 o'clock, mid 40s by 10 o'clock, and then by tomorrow morning, lower 40s with generally clear skies. Lincoln overnight, again, looking for temperatures to cool off, lower 40s by 3 o'clock, and then tomorrow morning, as you start your day, about 40 degrees, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. 30s for lows tonight, 40 for Lincoln, 37 at Grand Island, 35 in Thedford. Temperatures in the 70s for much of the state, looking at 75 in Ainsworth, 73 in Kearney, with 70 in Lincoln, 72 degrees in Beatrice. Lows for Wednesday night, or I should say high temperatures on Wednesday will actually be in the upper 50s, right around 60 degrees. So a few degrees cooler behind that front, but these highs are pretty close to average, again 60 Wednesday for Lincoln. And then Thursday, mid 60s. Not bad for Thursday and Friday, 60 for Saturday, but then we see the colder conditions on Sunday with 47 and only 48 on Monday, and it will be a bit on the windy side. And again, we'll keep an eye out for the possibility of maybe some light precipitation Saturday night into Sunday. Madison?
All right, Brad, thank you. Coming up, Nebraska sits atop the college volleyball poll.